Hello Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 23rd going to the 29th. I am late, I am so sorry, but we've got a bunch of messages, so I will go straight into it for you and waste no time. For the air signs this week, there is a very big message in terms of the home. Now, again, the home could be the body, and again, your health. This could also be how you ground yourself, but a lot of you it is going to be about your physical home. Now, one thing I want to say, you are protected in no matter what the outcome is. You could be doing things up in the home, changing homes. There's a very big significance around the home life. Now, again, it was coming up saying that there is security and protection here. So I do feel as though any problems that you may have been having in terms of family or, again, the home, this will be resolved. And also to do with yourself. If it is to do with health, I will say that you are going to be healing, that you are going to be protected in terms of your health. So things are looking up for you. They look better. So if you have been struggling with that, then this is a very good news for you. Or it could even be, again, anyone else's health in the home. Again, it's very ambiguous. So I'm just going to put it out there so people can resonate with it how you wish. But that's what's coming up for you guys. Now, I also have definitely a message here of forgiveness. Now, this has nothing to do with the other person per se. This is more about your own freedom. Holding grudges and stress and trauma is really bad for the body, and it does affect us one way or another, especially if we push it back into the subconscious mind. What we don't want to do is that. What we do want to do is address things when they come up and understand that by forgiving someone, we're not giving them a pass, of what they have done to you. What it is, though, is it's allowing ourselves to understand that there's nothing we can change about a certain situation and about people, but what we can do is move forward and let go of this person, this situation, whatever it is that has happened, so that we can find our own freedom. Now, a lot of you, this could be reconciliations, but for others of you, it's mainly about yourself and how you view an old situation, and now it's at a better position. You've now reflected or will be reflecting, and now you are healing what has hurt you and seeing it in a better light and understanding that there was a lesson here for you to learn, and it may have even made you a stronger person here, Gemini. So everything happens for a reason in its own divine way, and we're understanding that. Now, if we are at a bit of a standstill within this week, we did have a message of this coming up for you, Gemini. This is a good time to understand that this is just a period of reflection for you. It's not so much to do with doing anything wrong. I don't see that at all. So don't get worried if things are a little bit stuck. It's got nothing to do with what you're doing. I see that there will be forward movement in the future, but this week is really about that healing again. So understanding that maybe we've burnt out a little bit, we worked too hard, and now it's a good time to rest and look after your health and look after the home. But this can also just mean that, sometimes there is a blessing that's waiting for us when we just stay still. And this could even be you listening a little bit more to your intuition. A lot can happen when we're at a position of being still. However, society has taught us that being still for too long, or whatever society says is too long anyways. What is time? But we won't go into that, Gemini. That everything's going wrong or that things aren't supposed to go this way, and especially the hustle culture that can sometimes be a bit make us feel like crap if we're not constantly on the move, constantly on the go. This is for your health, and this is also for your own stability, and sometimes being in a standstill is not so much a bad thing. And what they're showing me is like a heron. I don't know if you guys have seen this card, but it's this heron that's standing in the water. Herons need to stand in the water. I'm sure there's other birds that are like this, so that fish can still swim by, and then they can grab that opportunity, which is what the fish is going to represent in your reading here. So sometimes being at a standstill is actually better than thrashing around and scaring all these opportunities away. Also, it's when our mind is really quiet and still that we can actually listen to our intuition. So a lot of the time we need these moments of stops, okay? So don't see it as a bad thing. See it as a good thing. Something is still coming, and that something can still happen around this time. And, nothing ever really stands still if you think about it. We have the law of energy, or is it the law of movement? I think it is. Anyways, we won't go into that, but everything is practically moving basically, and that's what this is saying. We're not actually at a standstill. Things are moving, you just can't see it, or you just can't, it's not to your expectations of movement and progress, okay? But anyways, trusting in divine detours. Now, things might not go as planned within this week. Don't see it as a bad thing. In fact, it could even go better if we change our route, change our paths. And this was something that was coming up for you guys within this week, that it seems like the future is changing, most likely because we're making new decisions and we're believing in ourselves a little bit more, so we're able to dream bigger and want more things. Or it could even be, for a lot of you, new love interests are coming into our lives, or new people coming into our lives, so we're having to adapt our plans around these people. Yeah, I'm hearing visitors. You could be having visitors or be a visitor at someone's home around this week. But yeah, changing paths. I feel like this is a good thing, regardless of however it seems in your position. Just don't be too stagnant not stagnant, that's the wrong word for it. Don't be too stubborn, there we go, in terms of how you wanted to get to your destination or goal. You will still reach that destination and goal. However, Spirit is saying there is a different path for you to take that is going to get you there even quicker, or you will learn a lot more along the way and become a better person along the way. So it is a good thing, but it's down to you whether you want to take a new path. I don't see it as bad at all. It feels quite good, but it's down to you. Again, you have free will here in deciding what you want to do moving forward. If there has been any blockages in careers, or again, you might be experiencing this around this week, it is because of these changes in paths. It feels as though we are being told to adapt to the changes that are going on around us here, Gemini, and understanding that everything's going to be okay regardless of what it seems like right now. There is a lot of ideas that will be coming in for you, but there could be some blockages in terms of, whether you are able to carry out those amazing ideas. And I would say write everything down so that you can come back to it. And again, don't stay too stuck on one thing. Be open to suggestions and be open to new paths, because I do feel like that is what Spirit is trying to say here, but it is down to you. Anyways, again, did I say love is coming in? Because I do see that for you guys as well. Optimism is coming in as well, which is nice. So by the end of the week, this is going to feel amazing. The energy that's coming through feels bright, uplifting, and again, you are going to feel very happy. And there was a message here saying to get ready to step into that new you. We have been stuck a little bit in between both worlds here of this new us and who we know we can be and what we can achieve. That we once saw was out of reach. Now we're gaining a lot more confidence, but there is still a little bit of baggage that is being, asked of us to release, and that's where that forgiveness and healing is really important. So a lot is going on energetically for you guys here, but let's see what's going on specifically for you, Gemini, for this week, okay? Let's see what's going on for Geminis. I've got a lot of cards for you, so let's just go into it, hey? I had a little okay, here we go. There's a lot here. Okay, we have wonders, transformation, and community. All these cards are so bright. I'm just going to pull you out a few more from the Wisdom of the Oracle cards as well, and see what is coming out here for Gemini. Please, Spirit, what can you tell me? Oof. There we go. Well, exactly what I was saying earlier. So we may have found ourselves at a crossroads within this week, or just before this week has happened, or whenever you're watching this. Now, this is a big time of transformation. These cards kind of complement each other here, where we have transformation and time to go. This is really about spreading your wings. Now, things have changed. You have changed, Gemini, and that is not a bad thing. You're meant to. Don't let caterpillars tell you as a butterfly that you've changed too much, because this is just a natural process of life. You're supposed to dream bigger. You're supposed to grow these wings and to travel and to see new things and to experience new things. So don't worry about what other people have to say. It is time to leave a situation behind. This can definitely be to do with travel, moving, or any kind of physical movement here. This can also be spiritual movement, about letting something go and transforming. You've changed from certain situations that have happened in your life, and it's now time to understand that. Don't stay stuck on, it's almost showing me like you've already transformed, by the way. But it's like, maybe that's what that between worlds meant, because I'm still seeing you as a not a caterpillar, you as a butterfly, holding on to that cocoon still. You know, when they come out, they spread their wings a little bit, shake them off, get the blood circulating. You've done all that, and you've done the major part. Now it's just about trusting yourself to fly. Again, another analogy of like a bird in a nest, right? You don't know whether you are able to fly until you do it. And you can go on many tarot readers online here, Gemini, just to find out what is the best position and whether you can do it. But the honest truth is that you already know you can. It's not about whether you believe it or not. It's just about taking that leap of faith and actually deciding to do it and to show yourself that you're able of doing it. You know, listen to your gut instinct. It does feel as though we are being called towards taking this leap of faith. Now, it's not so much full card energy, but what it is almost like, I mean, they're showing me Hanged Man energy, but now you're in the upright. So you've learned the lessons. You're now ready. You are now ready. You was in a position of stagnancy or things, again, you're observing rather than taking action. But now is a good time to take action, to listen to your gut instinct, because this is also going to help you transform even more and maybe even faster. So we also have wonders and community, and this does represent maybe a bit of networking that's coming in for you here, Gemini. Again, being around people this week will be quite good for you, because with wonders here, it's almost like miracles coming in. It's about things that are going to leave you in a state of awe and admiration, because you can't believe that from this one leap of faith and one decision to leave something behind and to go in a new direction, that you can land yourself in something so magical and vibrant. So this is really amazing that's coming in for you guys. I do love where things are going in your life. It can just be a little bit scary. I don't see many cards here saying that we are worried, so it might just be a small minority of you. And yeah, keep with the optimism for those of you who are optimistic about this. But energetically, I just feel as though there's just a lack of self-belief, but that is changing as well. We are flexible here. So yes, change is coming. 1111, as I said this, which means that you have asked for this in one way or another. Okay, but flexible comes in 9 and a 1, so it is coming to a close. It goes to a 10, which is completion here. I always see there being a bit of a storm coming in, and you're being asked to bend with it, all right? Not to stay too stuck. Allow yourself to go with the changes and to blow with the wind, so that you don't end up, okay, how can I describe this? There is an analogy of a building compared to a tree. If a storm that's very big hits the building, because it's literally stuck and rigid in that position, which represents our values sometimes in our decisions. If we are too stubborn and too stuck, we are just going to be knocked down by the changes that are happening quite naturally, because these are going to happen anyways, right? This change is happening, which is a good thing for you. But if you are too stuck and you only want to get there the way that you said you're going to get there, where a spirit has a higher plan, then again, things might not go the way that we want it to. But if we are flexible, if we do go with the changes, if we allow people to help us, especially along the way, what you'll find is that you're able to kind of adapt to the wind that goes, and you're more likely to stay rooted in this project, this plan, or whatever this is coming up for you guys. So let's go into your tarot and see what else is coming up for you. A lot of butterflies are coming in here for you, which is nice. You are being guided by spirit, and it does represent transformation, as that card says. Let's see what's going on for you. I'm seeing a ring for some of you guys. Could be receiving a ring or giving someone a ring here. That could mean a call as well, actually, a ring. Anyways, for Gemini for the week, we have the 3 of Wands. So again, so the card normally means, you know, needing patience, absolutely, and not being afraid when you can't see results straight away, which again kind of feeds into that analogy we had earlier about understanding that you are able to fly. You just need to do it to, you know, be able to see it. The 3 of Wands is normally about patience and, you know, reaping the rewards, which is absolutely there, but needing time for this. How it's coming in for you today here, Gemini, is almost like you are taking the right steps in a new direction to get into a new, maybe the same goal or a advanced goal. I almost feel like we've changed an idea and made it even better, which is quite good. So it may be calling you to take a different path. However, I do actually see you taking the right steps here as you're moving forward. Now, you might not see again instant satisfaction and instant results of what it is that you're deciding to do. However, by believing and trusting in yourself and the divine and where you are heading and where your gut is telling you to go, you are going to be in the right position. And I feel like this is very divine, and you will meet the right people along the way who, again, will help you. We have the wild card, so a lot of you here, Gemini, could be planning on traveling, maybe a little bit of a trip here and there. It could even be a road trip I'm seeing as well for you guys. But the wild card is good for travel. It's also good for new beginnings. Some of you could be moving countries and living somewhere else here, Gemini, but what's coming in here is that this is a new you coming in because of this new plan and this new direction. So a lot of newness coming in, and I think I want to say it's about time, because now you have the confidence to do it, and you may have been wondering about this for a while. Again, Ace of Wands, movement, momentum, passion. This can even be to do with a career path that you guys are going down. A new path or a new idea is bringing up a new path or a new way to get to that goal, which will again help you to flourish. This can also be a bit of a glow up coming in for you guys as well, which is quite nice. We might be looking after, again, our health a little bit more, definitely to do with our looks and how we appear to the world, which I like as well. Let's see what's going on for Gemini, please. Ooh, those came out very strongly. Let's see. We have a little bit of confrontation. Now, this doesn't have to be so bitter, but one thing I will say is when the Queen of Swords comes up with the Page of Wands, especially with the Ace of Swords, there is definitely direct communication coming up between you and someone else. Now, this person, when the Page of Wands comes in, it does mean good news, yes, and a lot of you will receive good news, which is amazing. May not be anything big, but it is going to be nice to hear good news for you guys. Again, in terms of health, I also see good news coming up here. However, Gemini, we might even be discovering that someone is not exactly being honest with us. I'm almost seeing you here as this Queen of Swords, which is Libra energy. You're wanting to be fair, you're wanting the truth, and I feel like you are discovering the truth, whether it's intuitively, whether someone is telling you something here. With the Page of Wands, it does talk about gossip. It does talk about, immaturity and people who have nothing better to do than to talk about other people. Whereas you here are actually trying to make a difference in your life. So don't pay attention to people who aren't ready to grow. And like I said in the beginning, it's almost like you've now turned into this butterfly. Everyone else might still be caterpillars, and they're telling you, Gemini, you've changed, or you're not the same as you used to be. You're not as fun as you used to be. You are still fun, Gemini, but it's just you have different priorities now, and you're now having to do things by yourself. I do get a little bit of like alone energy. It doesn't mean that you haven't got people around you, although some of you might. It just feels as though you are having to work things out because you're going down a journey that not many people have gone down before, Gemini. And it feels as though you don't really have many people to talk to about this specific movement and this specific thing that's going on in your life. So there are going to be people who are immature and do not understand the decisions that you're making. However, they don't need to understand. It's not your job to tell people, to get them to understand the decisions that you make unless it is necessary. If these are just people like friends and family members that are just wanting to gossip about you, wanting to bring you down for no reason, you can see through their shit, by the way. Just wanted to mention, because you are showing up as the Queen of Swords who sees through everyone's crap. You don't need to explain yourself. If you want to, go ahead, but this person is not going to understand because they're just not on your level right now, and that's okay. You are being called here to just speak your truth if you wish, to know your truth. You don't need to tell everyone. You don't need to, again, to get people to understand, but what's more important is that you have the truth. Regardless of what other people think, you know the truth, you have it, all right? You know what you need to know. Very clear cut, direct truth coming in for you guys. Very clear vision as well coming in as well, which is going to allow you to take leadership of your life and to move forward here with the Chariot. Now, I actually like this because this is really about discipline, self-control, but also balance. So this is a really amazing time for you, Gemini, where I feel as though we're doing everything right. So don't worry. I wouldn't say it otherwise. It actually feels like you're actually in the clear here, which is quite good. And there is going to be forward movement. And again, this could definitely be travel here coming up for you guys as well. I mean, this could also be a father figure here that we're confiding in or moving to, or could be moving with us, whoever knows. But the Chariot is about balance and fast speed as we're moving forward, and again, determination and ambition. So this all looks good in terms of business for you guys. This looks like a really big leap of faith that you guys are going to be taking, and there is going to be progress seen in terms of your work, but also in terms of how far you've come. Whether you see results or not this week, look at the difference within yourself, because that is a very big result that I'm seeing for you that we might not necessarily see straight away. So I feel like we need to look within this week, because you will start to see how amazing you're becoming and how confident you're becoming and how strong and independent you're becoming because of these decisions and divine detours that are coming up for you, which is nice. And we have the Ten of Cups. So again, happiness, love, again, caring, connections being around us. And this feeds nicely into that community. What you'll start to see is that you could definitely be confiding in someone here, sees the world in a very beautiful light here. This person's going to help you also, I almost feel like, follow that rainbow. So that means you might even be finding people who are nicely, I'm saying nicely, I don't know why I'm saying that, who are also going down to the same goal that you are, whether it's, you know, people who are also got their own businesses and wanting success, whether it's people who are wanting, you know, a spiritual breakthrough, whatever it is, you're finding that soul tribe, which is quite nice, and they will celebrate with you all these amazing things that you guys are going to be having. So I love this for you guys. I'm just going to pull you out an animal card as well. See what else is coming up for you. We have mouse spirit, tend to the small things. This is the home life, by the way, because we have the number 4. Also stability coming up for you too. And this could also be healing the mother wound that's coming up for you guys as well. We do with the Emperor here, so it could also be a father wound as well, for those of you who resonate with that. But this is about forward movement. So it does feel like you are tending to the small things. You are listening to that little instinct that is within you. No matter how small it is, you are listening to it, and you are, you know, following the path that where it leads you. This is also about finishing what you started and making sure that everything is perfect, whatever that means to you, before you move forward. So you might be clearing out the clutter before you move or before you leave a situation, or you might be saying what you need to say before you then move forward. Regardless, this falls like that last thing that you need to do before you then move forward with this amazing new beginning of your life where things are really going to be looking up for you. So I wish you all the best here, Gemini. I love you guys to bits. I apologize again for being late, but I will see you guys next week, okay?